Time for a little, I got permission to park in here. There's not a lot of room. You're going to see this is a condo situation. Alright, so, but even better, we got a word from our sponsor. Can I focus on Mr. Spammer's? Can I focus on that? What's that little purple light going off for? What does that mean? Does it mean they're looking at me? Huh. I have no idea. I Googled it once. I didn't get very far. If you know, leave it in the comments below. Inspector Theater. Can I come in? Come on in, Mr. Fire. The door's open for you.
Thank you. You always make me feel so warm and welcome.
No. They're supposed to have a spring. We're supposed to have a spring on this door so that it automatically closes. It's a real nuisance when you're carrying your groceries in. I get that. But you're supposed to have a spring. Alright? Let's see if we can get some light on in the subject. It's not even adjusted out. Oh, they're not required here. No! They're required here. You're supposed to have a spring that automatically closes the door. Most of the things you care about are on this side of the door. I mean, yeah, you might have, a jalopy in here that you're working on or something, an antique car or something, but no. But that's not why we're here. This is the garage overhead door video, okay? And they've come in, and apparently this garage has been used, well, that's probably storing bicycles. Looks like they're pretty active. They got a TV in here while they're tinkering on their jalopy, or they're lifting weights because they got you got the mirror so you can see, your definition. Everybody wants to check out their definition, I'm sure. My definition's just above my belt. Okay, but this is a metal panel overhead door. There's the emergency release handle right there. We've got our courtesy light that's on. That's a good thing. When this home was built, I think it was 2015 or something like that. This garage ceiling should have been GFCI protected. We're coming over here, and we do pull our emergency release handle. I was having some trouble earlier with the GFCI stripping. I thought this is how I was going to get out, and I can't pull it up. We don't have a door handle. So if you had an emergency, if you lost your power, like we were having trouble with the electric service panel, if you lost your power, how are you going to work this door manually? It doesn't have a handle inside or outside. Shouldn't be. Okay, you see that? Let go of it, it just falls down. This door is not balanced. This door is not balanced. Okay. Can we go back to this thing? We will. So we come over here, we turn it on. Let's turn it on. Here's the switch. This switch is not supposed to be closer to the garage floor, the threshold, than 5 feet to keep the little hands from coming up. This switch is located too low. It's too close to the floor. You should have a warning notice posted on this door. A warning notice is kind of like an entrapment notice. It's like this warning notice right here. But that's a different type of warning notice. We got the right kind? Okay, let's read this a little bit. Maybe it's a dual purpose. But this is a spring tension notice. You're supposed to have one on each corner of the door. You have those. But the same notice that we're missing over here, the entrapment, it's usually got a little circle with a line through it and a kid running under the door and the door coming down and crushing the kid. It usually looks like that. I call them squash stickers, and I call those pinch stickers. I got a cat named Pinch. But anyway, we should have entrapment notices on the posted by the door button. We should have entrapment notice posted on the door. We should have pull handles inside of the door. The door should be adjusted properly, and it wasn't. And the manual door lock should have been decommissioned. You can come here, you can lock this, forget about it. Somebody could be mad at somebody else, and they lock the door, locking them out. The person comes home, they didn't know that they had that bad of an argument. They push the button, and then the door gets all bent out of shape, and now the argument, came home to apologize, and everything got worse. You know, I mean, there's all kinds of drama that can happen in here. So the manual door lock is supposed to be decommissioned. And then we've got our control wires over here. It goes down to our optic sensors. Our optic sensors are closer to the floor than 6 inches, and that's a good thing. They're supposed to be close to the floor like that. But these wires, when they go around and they stapled them to the wall, they did not use insulated staples. So like the uninsulated, just the sheer pure metal staples, all right, they can pinch the insulation and cause it to malfunction. Function. Now we're getting to the good part. Okay. There we go. Sounds like a mockingbird singing, doesn't it? No, it's not supposed to sound like that. When you come home at night, everybody in the whole block everybody shouldn't know that you're coming and going. It should be quiet. You know, what if, that fight I was talking about, but what if the people inside were sleeping? Listen to that. Okay. I do not do block tests. Okay. I made a business decision to do no harm. I have instructions baked into your inspection report, the inspection report that this video is going to. And I have instructions baked on how to perform block test. And maybe the seller or the listing agent can show you how the block test works. Somebody else, not me. Okay? That was my decision. It's on my website, a sample of my inspection agreement. It's on the inspection agreement that my dear client signed. And it's also, I'll explain that inside the inspection report. So 3 times you know that I don't do a block test. So, but when I do test the optic sensor, I use my big old flat zombie hoof, and I come over here and I push the button. We know, and then it blinks, it tells you that you got a little problem here, so that's good. But it's not GFCI protected. But we know that it does have a safety reverse. We haven't adjusted the sensitivity, and for that matter, if it was adjusted properly, there's a good chance it wouldn't close at all because the door is not balanced. So what do we learn? No GFCI. What do we learn? Door's not balanced. What do we learn? The door is noisy. What do we learn? Switch is too close to the floor. What do we learn? We do not have an entrapment notice. What do we learn? Our wires were not connected with staples. What did we learn? We do not have an entrapment notice on the door. What did we learn? We do not have a door handle, door pull handle. What did we learn? We learned that the door lock has not been decommissioned.